This is a sketchbook tour, but while we're here, would you like a sticker tour of my laptop? Okay, that's okay. I needed to pause it so you wouldn't see my laptop code. And also because my cat was using the litter box. So I was going to call this video 4 years of Peachtober because the pandemic causes time dysmorphia. But now that I'm thinking about it, hold on. Show you my Instagram. So this is my Instagram. Let's scroll all the way back. This is Inktober 2018. This is Peachtober 2019. Let's see. Peachtober 2020. And then Peachtober 2021. So yes, 4 years. Well, 5 if you count. Okay. This notebook is from, I don't know where. I think I might have taken it from my sister because she had an extra one. I don't really remember. But the front is this really weird feeling metallic paper. Some stickers here. I'm not sure if this was a bird or something before. I think it's supposed to be meant for painting or like watercolor or something. Not sure. And then on the back, I put this because usually in almost all my notebooks, this is my budget planner, but I put an envelope to put little stickers and things. This is what originally I was going to use this notebook for, like a bullet journal. I would have like a brain dump, like books that I wanted to read on a bookshelf, practice doodles for my bullet journal, and like daily routines in here. But I ended up using it for budgeting, so it's my adulting notebook. And so I thought this was really funny that like usually I have a pocket back here and it's just a pocket sticker. This isn't gonna work. You're gonna have to step back, sir. Okay. Oh, I forgot my post-it notes. So this is kind of funny because I was gonna use these post-it notes to cover this sensitive information, but obviously it's not working. This is just the intro. You could see around the time that I started it, September 2018. And this sketchbook actually isn't completely filled, so there is no end date. This is my name, Weema. I really liked how I did this, like little background. Very simple plant jars. I was planning on like filling this with doodles. I have some prompts that I wanted to try for like page ideas, and then it obviously had no actual ideas. But I was gonna do like monthly spreads, trying to do box a day, and then having my goals, weekly spreads, what I like, my days, my daydreams, a pocket. Basically did all these. A full page, test pages, doodles, handwriting, abstract, realistic, self-portrait, old drawings, possums, trash queens, and my plants. So those were the things that I was interested in at the time. So this is actually the first page. I'm not sure if this was really the first drawing that I made, but it was from a screenshot of an anime that I don't remember the name of right now. It's a movie. If you know the name, put it down in the comments below. But all I did was like overlay it with some lines, like the screenshot itself, and then I kind of just copied it. But I used to be really embarrassed by this picture, so I used to have like paper clips to hide it from myself and others. So this is a month spread, so obviously I started this on the 9th, and this is where it gets like really meta, because this is a picture of me making this spread, and I actually really like it because this was September 2018, around the time when my brain was awake again. I just love all the color. There's some things from like different memes. I guess my art Instagram used to be called Wema820. I had it for a very long time, and then I turned it into art Instagram. But yeah, just like a lot of memories are in these little pictures, even if you can't really tell what I use post-it notes a lot. This is me and my cat saying I hate this, but this really represents the mood. These are some goals that I had for September. Draw every day, which I was practicing Japanese. I was trying to increase my squats and chin-ups, apparently. This is where I was just testing for all of this. Practicing shading. Some tags from a bag that I don't have anymore. This is half like diary, just daily updates. These are some songs that I was listening to at the time. Some things I still listen to. Christian Lee, Kai Dreams, Bansire. I don't know if I'm saying any of those right. Movies that I was watching, Great British Baking Show, Lilo and Stitch, Flipped. Yeah, this is a plant that I had. A view from my car window, my cat and some orchids, and this is based off of a dress. And then I put little notes to remind myself of like the day, and then notes about what was going on that day. These were some weird dreams that I had. We won't talk about those. And then here, I was trying to find an art style. And whenever I would mess up, I would just like put a post-it note, but I haven't moved this. Like, that's not even that bad. Like, why did I feel the need to? Maybe I just didn't like the look of that, but it's kind of fun to see. And these were just based off of like girls that I saw in Pinterest, I think. Like this one and this one was, and this one. And the rest of them, I think, were just from my imagination. These are some more like little like diary, but more just what happened in the day. Got mosquito bites, me and my friends' cars. This is like a dragon of some sort. I don't really remember where that's from. These are supposed to be flowers. And then again with like random doodles based off of Pinterest, and this little cat saying, mind your own business. What is stronger than the human heart, which shatters over and over and still lives? I remember at the time, I really didn't like this one. I was drawing Andrew from Great British Baking Show, but I didn't like how he turned out. I liked how the little pie turned out. So I covered it along with some other little doodles and made them into something else. And I was just practicing doodles of what I seen on Pinterest. This is from my mind. This is from my mind. I'm pretty sure. This is from something on my desk. I don't know, this was like 6 years ago. This is like what I like spread. Tulips, pigs, these colors, memes, the avocado meme, thanks I hate it. Squishmallows, my frog pillow. Blueberries with cream, cabbage, buffalo wings, those are my favorite foods. This is my cat Bagheera and me in a green sweater. And I couldn't draw feet, so instead I just drew a puddle of failure. This was my favorite like house outfit to wear, and how my hair looked at the time. how it still kind of looks. Animal Crossing Pocket Camp was my favorite thing at the time, and also my favorite show in the world is Amazing World of Gumball. But yeah, not much has changed since I was 19. Some more doodles and diary entries. This is based off a painting I seen. I think this was based off like another drawing that I seen, more drawings, and this was our living room at the time. So most of what this notebook actually became was to help me with my digital drawings. So I would sketch out like my ideas here, a little thumbnail, a little band-aid for my sister. She put Mariah's love patch. And then I would actually have actual drawing on here. And I don't know if I actually still have it on my Instagram anymore. I know I have it on my stories. Oh yeah, it's right here. This is what it became. It's kind of like a self-portrait, but it changed a lot. From here, she looks more worried, and her shirt says "Catch waves, not feelings." These are some more Pinterest girls. This one is actually supposed to be me, and this is like me. I think I was like looking in the mirror, and then I'm pretty sure I drew myself from like not from a reference, and that's why it looks nothing like me. Yeah, that should stay covered. Oh, there's a little dog. Flowers and a whole bunch of like Pinterest inspired things. Very cute. I really liked drawing in one color. It's a lot of fun using like colored pencils. Here's October spread when I was doing Inktober, I think. These are the prompts. And then, I don't know, this is just as animals and things. I think I just wanted like to, you know what it was? I had a book of like how to draw animals, and I picked out a whole bunch that I wanted to try to draw, and then I kind of just matched them up with all the prompts. But yeah, a lot of like cute little memories in these pictures. There's my little turtle. I think this was around the time that I got him. I actually don't remember. I was 19.9 years old. But yeah, the first Inktober prompt that I did was poison. So I decided to draw like a poison frog and I drew them like in this like poison potion bottle. And I remember I sketched it out, and then I think I painted it, and then I used ink with it. And again, it was from that drawing book, so I had a good reference. The next one was walrus with the word tranquil, and I drew like a little walrus with some teeth, but I really don't like him. I don't know, he scares me. And then I guess the prompt was roasted, and I thought it would be really cute if like a campfire was roasting a marshmallow with himself. That never became of anything. This was an idea that I had. The prompt was spell, and I thought it was really funny if like I spelled something out. You know, like that meme, like, what up, my name's whatever, I'm 19 and I never learned how to read. But that was kind of the idea of it. But I ended up not doing that until 2019, the next year, maybe? Where is it? Am I passing it up? There it is. But yeah, that was kind of like my dream little car, and I wasn't 19 anymore. But it was kind of funny because like the graffiti is supposed to say I never finish anything, and just kind of like story of my life. Oh look, that's this. See? And then I think I had made it into a video to where like the cat blinked, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. But it was really fun to do like the graffiti in the background digitally. The next one was drooling. I don't know if I want to keep going back and forth to see what the prompt was, but it was drooling, and I was gonna draw drooling caterpillar, and then was also chicken, and I was gonna draw a chicken and a dinosaur and do something funny. This was star, maybe? I think that's what this prompt was. But yeah, this was kind of like my test page, and then how it actually turned out. I'd like to think that it was like self-portrait, but it doesn't really, that's not like how I looked at that time. But it kind of solidified what I wanted my style to be. And I don't think, this is probably like the first time you actually see this, where I really liked, especially with my digital drawings, I was already putting these like little red spots on the knees and on the cheeks and the nose. And I wanted to draw socks like this too. I really like, I don't know, sloppy looking socks. But yeah, this was really scary because I was adding a whole bunch of stuff and I didn't want to ruin it. But I used this sparkle. You see that? Some more lyrics, I think, from Kai Dreams, perhaps. More Pinterest girls. I'm really curious now. She has a lazy eye. So yeah, glad I fixed that. This is also me. I think this was from a reference or a picture. Next page. I'm just trying to do like one color with all the different oranges that I had, like whether it was markers or pens or colored pencils. And I'm not gonna read all of these. In fact, like I'm gonna cover some of them throughout the video that are like private, but it says, lately I've been feeling very cold and kind of tired. I don't think I fully embraced and accepted that it's already fall. Maybe that's why I didn't do a November spread. I just wasn't ready and I haven't had the time to sit down every day and draw for fun, but I feel like today was more of an expression and not for good impressions or drawings. Yeah, that's the whole mood right now. I think this was supposed to be a self-portrait too, but I kept messing up on the nose, so there's no nose. Just doodles from October 2019 already. How did we skip like a whole year? When did that happen? There are like no dates on here. I'm thinking like I kind of fell off somewhere around here. November 2018 because November spread was due. And then I kind of forgot about it and then came back here. And so this is like an idea that I had of like, I don't know, someone with like a porcelain face and their face is broken, but there's flowers coming out of it or something. And that's also KK Slider, if you couldn't tell. This is, we jumped ahead another year. Did you see that? So we go all the way from, yeah, I didn't use this for a very long time, I guess. I was doing a lot of digital art at the time, or no art at all. I don't know. Is there anything in my head? No. So this is how it came out. I was kind of testing flowers here. This is supposed to be me. I'm the one with the porcelain face. A hand, just whose hand, like, looks like that? Mine? And then I think I was planning on doing like a boy version of it, but men are really hard to draw. And then I had this other idea of like a girl in a field holding flowers, looking up at the stars and the moon. She would have been looking at her feet and then kind of like just sitting there all fetal position. Pinterest girl. This was some other idea. I don't know. Again, toying with the ideas of men. But I think these were all not from reference, so it's interesting. Where these are all from my reference. This was Pinterest, piggy bank I had, a shirt I had, my nails, and my home screen. And kind of just talking about how I'm always trying to do things and I'm always in my head. I'm always like in the future, in the past. I can never be in the present. Another little entry, me without a reference. I just think it's funny with my little stick figures, but yeah, I would wear this a lot. This must have been 2020. Yeah. This was 2020 because we had a rooster. This is based on my actual rooster. And I'd sit out there and just watch the rooster and the birds and the fountain and the hummingbird, so. Oh, this is that picture that I eventually made of the girl looking at the moon and in a field. Very cute. I don't even know what this means. This is confident, soft, evil. It's like a little ramen bowl. Some really cringy poetry. This is based off of some Pinterest tree houses and more Pinterest. This is like a cat with a watermelon, obviously. Sushi, tulips. And we're ready in August 2020. I was testing out using highlighters, see what colors they'd make. This was really fun. What I did was I just made a whole bunch of scribbles and then I filled in whatever, like how to explain, just like you draw a line, color it in. Or maybe I drew, I don't remember what my process was. Basically just making random lines or scribbles like this and drawing something over it. All things that are meant to be stable in life take time, and timing is sensitive. And this is Ice Age Baby. Have you ever thought about how right now you're the youngest you'll ever be, but at the same time, you're the oldest you've ever been? Wow. Deep. Okay, so back to Inktober, Peachtober. I think the prompt was home. And I remember doodling this based off of a lamp that I had. That was like a house, but it was a lamp. But instead I just took the house and I drew it. And then I made it into digital. Still on my Instagram. Raccoon, which I don't think he's on my Instagram, but I ended up drawing a raccoon digitally that day. And then at this point, I think I like gave up on, I think I only did like 3 for that Peachtober. I was planning on drawing a bridge, kind of like reminiscent of, where is it? This guy. It's like a land floating. Wanted to draw a bridge between it. This is really cute because it was kind of just random from my brain, but it reminds me a lot of my life now, which is weird. No reference, just my crazy brain. I drew a swordfish, which is on my Instagram. Oh yeah, during this time in 2020, I was taking some classes, and I think that's around the time that I was like drawing these things just for fun. In December, I was taking notes when I was talking to a friend on the phone. But yeah, a lot of interesting memories from this time. This is January. These were a lot of fun, and these are a lot of fun to look back on too, to try to remember like what it was. This is from Teletubbies, obviously. A lot of these are like different memes that I saw that day, or things that I did that day. February. Oh my goodness, this day my hair was perfect and I was able to capture it on the canvas. Have you ever seen this meme? This is interesting where I start getting color. I wonder where I got this washi tape. Like, I've never seen this before. I don't remember this being here, but I think I start adding colored pencil. This is interesting, what I was eating that day. Monday, March 1st, yogurt with blueberries and almonds, toast and tuna and crackers, a smoked chicken quesadilla with avocado, mint chocolate chip ice cream, I'm guessing, and string cheese. More yogurt, more cheese, leftover tuna, chicken noodles, fake Tony's pizza, a chalupa. That might have been like the first time that I had a chalupa. I don't remember how old I was when I had a chalupa, but I was way too old, and it was a beautiful experience. And I was planning on continuing this, obviously, but went to April, and I think, no, April was a very busy month though. I really like this one for May. I just, instead of making boxes, I just drew and put like the date next to them. I really like how it ended up looking up. It kind of just like summarizes that whole month for me. But remember, if you chase two rabbits, both will escape. I just really like these doodles. This is from my favorite movie. And then May, June, I tried something different. On the first, I was like going through something, but I'm still playing Mario Kart. It's kind of funny, like from the Peachtober, I still had the prompts, like egg. I don't know what that says. Horn. These are some Animal Crossing characters. I ended up cutting out this page, and I made such a cute little Animal Crossing character of Goldie and I don't know who else, but I was just testing out. I want to say these were like Crayola or something. So here we are in 2021. I don't know, have we been in 2021? Yeah, we have. That's funny. Here we are, July 21. And here I was trying to find my niche, trying to figure out what I liked drawing. My favorite animal at the times were possums, but I already had like a whole possum Instagram before it was cool, and it didn't ever blow up. But yeah, just my thought process between what I should draw. And I really like the idea of snails and that I could like make their slime into cursive. So that's what I did. I had this little idea for like for sale sign, but like the snails drew it, and it's up on my Instagram. It turned into a digital drawing, and then some snails like writing letters, and I put the lyrics to like my favorite song or something at the time. Some more like snail ideas. I'm not sure if my brother or someone drew this. And then I had an idea for apple snail, orange snail, and it would be funny if you thought the fruit was a snail. This was Furry Little Peaches, draw this in your style. I ended up making it into digital. Had an idea for a snail floating on a lake in a leaf, also digital. This is by my little brother. It's supposed to be Gary from SpongeBob. This is my sister. I also made a digital. Do you see a pattern? So this is August 2021, and then I think this is around the time of Peachtober. I started coloring in here again. I had this really cute idea for like space snails, but the way that it came out, I really didn't like it. I ended up like really editing this picture on my Instagram. This one too, I don't think it's on my Instagram anymore, but I had this idea for like a snail tea party. I didn't really like how it came out. A snail and a turtle. I ended up doing this digitally, testing out some colors, deciding on my favorite ones, making a color wheel. And this was for Peachtober. I think it was tulip or bloom or flower or something. But this is my favorite kind of flower. It's my favorite kind of snail. And it's funny because like with these kinds of drawings, like with colored pencil and crayon and stuff, sometimes they come out so ugly, and then sometimes they come out like this, and I'm like, this is my masterpiece. Or they come out like this, and I think I ended up taking this off my Instagram too, but the font was smoke. This one was a lot of fun to draw. I love drawing clouds because there are no wrong way to draw clouds. This is also another one that I was really proud of, but kind of sad that I put color on it, but they're my favorite colors. But you can see that like it bled through a lot. I don't remember what the prompt was here, but it was supposed to be like a snail dreaming of a snail dreaming of a snail dreaming. This prompt was fall, so it was like a fall mug with pumpkin spice, and the mug was falling. I think this one was like crown or queen or something. It was really cute to like draw this part, but I remember like it didn't exactly come out the way I wanted. But looking back on it, I kind of really like how it turned out. This was fun. I combined thunder with frog. Let's see what these are. I think these are just like a game me and my friends were playing during the pandemic, like where you have to like tell someone how to draw something and then see how it comes out. Do you know what game I'm talking about? Yeah, this is a really cute snail and frog. My fridge, my dream fridge. And this is all before I moved out on my own. I was drawing this stuff. So this is actually what my fridge ended up looking like. This is a secret recipe. I was testing out some colored pencils that were actually like watercolor pencils. I don't know if that's what they're actually called, but this is a test. Another one that I think I ended up taking off my Instagram. Too patriotic, but it was supposed to be like, theme was toast and summit. So like, I always thought that a pig named Toast would be so cute. So my pig named Toast reached the summit. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, by the seeds you plant. This one was pretty, but I remember when it came out, I was like, I don't like this. Just because it's not really like too fun to look at. I think I like the background too, kind of. Messed it up, and like the strawberry flowers didn't come out the way I wanted them to. Match. So like these match, and they're couples, they match, but also they're on fire because it's a match. Uniform, so this was my uniform. Some of my favorite clothes at the time. Sun and sound, so obviously the sun is singing. Ooh, this little snail is actually so cute. And the color that I used, like I'm pretty sure I put this one back on my Instagram, but it doesn't look like this on my Instagram. And then here I was making a card for my mom, but also testing the idea of putting all these together, heart, harvest, and bird. I ended up tearing this out because it was the card for my mom, and then heart, harvest, and bird. I actually really like these little fruits because they're like Animal Crossing style. And it's the snail, of course, signature. And that was kind of the end of it. I had some more ideas of like putting things together, like water bottle and don't bottle it up. I ended up doing that this year for Peachtober, the beginning of it, to like redo this one. It's very satisfying. Then I had some more ideas of like a submarine and an octopus playing spades. Beetle, and it says 3 words. There's like this meme about like, say those 3 words to me, and it's like, I eat bugs, something like that. And I thought it would be so funny if I put that meme along with these 2 bugs on a strawberry. Orange and cat were the last ones. And it's so sad that he never became of anything. That's the last drawing in this sketchbook for now. I always wanted to come back to it, but I don't know, it always felt like there were only like 2 pages, but now look at this. There's like at least 10, right? I think or the end of 2020. Oh, look, it tells you May 10th, 2022. So this notebook is actually from Kick the PJ. He was my favorite YouTuber. And I just loved that it had a snail. Like a snail treehouse. And then the back of it is the back of the snail treehouse. It's just the cutest thing. I have no idea where this sticker came from. I think the other day when one of my friends was over, they probably put a sticker here. I don't know. If you put the sticker there, please let me know. But yeah, this is supposed to be like the beginning. Again, like snail slime. He's like carrying this banner and there was supposed to be an end date. This is supposed to be like my lucinadoodles Instagram. And then I have all these ideas. Please do not steal my ideas. Or if you do take inspiration from any of them, at least tag me so I could see what you did with it. It's kind of cute because I kind of want to cross some of these out. The snail and frog, technically I did that. Oh, this one, the tortoiseshell snail and the hair. See, that was an idea that I had years ago. Oh, the Ferris wheel. Okay, but I had a lot of cute ideas. My plan was to try drawing a snail every day. And it's kind of funny because I basically drew this one day at a time snail and then left my Instagram for a long time. I had this idea for like a snail house for sale. There's like this common theme of like snails looking at something that's alike. And then this is kind of embarrassing. This is like mid 22. This is like mid 23. I was making these for my then boyfriend, now husband. This is Peachtober 2024. These are my ideas for how I wanted my feed to look before I realized that you could now like pin whatever you want to the top of your feed. And so trying to make a cohesive feed doesn't make any sense anymore because if you pin something, it just messes the whole thing up. So that's great. Ideas that are so much more fun to think of, the possibilities, than actually to do them. I made a prompt list and I crossed them out as I went. As you could see, I only made it to day 25, but considering everything, that's pretty good, right? And then I put like ideas for each of them, like what I thought of when I thought of the word, or like caption ideas or meme ideas. So now I'm officially gonna take this off so that we can go through this whole thing. The sketch for the first prompt, Daisy, it was based on an actual conversation that I had with my husband about his favorite flower. This is supposed to be our little family. That's me, that's my husband, that's our cat. I think I was just practicing what we look like. And then I actually took a picture of this and did like a time lapse of it on my Instagram. Whether the art is good or bad is none of my business. My business is to create the art. And in my opinion, this one came out kind of bad. The colors just, I don't know. I envisioned it very differently. But it was still fun. This was the day that I actually started the sardine challenge, obviously. Like I was having ideas about that. And then I wanted to do like a picture of my cat's paw, but then I ended up just like taking a picture of my cat's paw. And these are a whole bunch of markers and pens I was testing out. For the sky, I drew a pig in the sky. It's actually a thumbnail for fawn. I had an idea to do the fight, flight, freeze, fawn. And it was gonna be like really funny. Yeah, trauma responses. But I ended up just drawing a couple deers and realizing that deers are really hard to draw. So then I kind of just copied another digital drawing that I had before of another photo that I had copied, so it was interesting to go back on it after all these years, because it was from the first Peachtober that I did. This one I was actually very proud of. I had this idea, a meme format. It's kind of funny, by this day, so by the time day 6 rolled around, I had lost my Apple Pencil, also all motivation to continue this challenge. So I ended up just kind of doodling a thumbnail for 7, but never finishing it. And then going back to like traditional sketching. And I really liked the way that it turned out, but it did not blow up into the meme that I thought it would. And I think I look more like Dora. Maybe that's what it is. That's why people didn't use it. So at this point, I lost my Apple Pencil, which was kind of a blessing in disguise, because I even wanted to try painting for this one. A river, and of course like a river in a desert, and so I was gonna draw like a skeleton of a alligator, obviously. I messed up the sky. It would be a lot better if I went back in with like more of a purpley color. This is really embarrassing. So I was gonna draw like apricot flowers, and it was like beautiful in my mind, but then I decided just to like repost an old post. And at this time I was becoming very busy with my bills, and so here I am trying to calculate my bills. This one is from my first original YouTube video. I just was demonstrating how I sketch. The theme was pixels, so my idea was like I would draw my husband and I as pixel characters. But I ended up using this page as my friend was doing a mock interview for me. And I remember she said something like, "You don't want to be searching your innards for advice." And I thought that was some of the best advice that I've ever gotten. No, this is actually day 11. But by this time, I had already found my Apple Pencil. And so all I did was take a picture of this Ferris wheel, make it digital. Didn't come out the best. But I was playing around with this idea of like putting together burrow, cape, and earth. This is a very important sketch that I was showing my friend. Showing her like this is where normal people start. And as they make progress, they inevitably fail and succeed and fail and succeed, but they kind of had like a baseline of right here. Where this is where non-normal people start. They have to work even harder to get up here. And as they ebb and flow, well, I guess this chart isn't really, there needs to be like another dimension. But basically they feel behind in life, but they need to realize that they could have just like stayed like this their whole life. So that's what I was trying to teach here. At first I was just gonna do like a little sprout, but then I decided to like combine all of them together, and I wanted to do illustrations for a children's book that had yet to be written. And it would be called like Not All Bunnies Wear Capes or something, I don't know. Thumbnail ideas. I wanted to draw like treasure, a dinosaur, or something like a fossil. I wasn't sure if I wanted 2 bunnies or which way I wanted them facing, or where exactly I wanted everything to turn out. And it's kind of funny because on my Instagram, on the thumbnail, you can't even see everything. So that's great. More ideas from Burrow. I think this was like the original idea. I was gonna like just draw like a little house, and it'd be like a little welcome mat and a chair, and like where he hangs up his coats and his capes. And this is what the children's book would look like. This bunny wears a cape. His name is Sven. He dreams of one day being able to join the birds up in the sky and fly. He'd flap his ears speedily and take off into the clouds. These are clouds. But at the end, I was like, what the heck? What am I doing with my life? But now that I think of it, it's kind of a cute idea for a children's book. Like, not all bunnies wear capes, and he'd kind of be like different and trying to fly, and then realize his true talent is digging holes. Lamp, I had the idea for this meme that I seen years ago that has continued to be my life's motto. very proud of this. Took a few attempts, but we made it. For owl, I had the idea, instead of a night owl, it'd be like a morning owl having its first fix of caffeine. This is blank so that one day I could carry out that idea. This was slow and fast. Obviously we know which guy is slow, right? Yeah, these next couple pages are, again, I'm just like playing around with the idea of crocodile, but I had no idea like what the difference was, and I was really like struggling with like what's the difference between them. Like if a crocodile has like a shorter snout, like how do you draw that? Like is this one an alligator and this one's a crocodile? I don't know. And so then I decided to make a Venn diagram. Day 20 was rest, and I actually did take a rest. I made this drawing into like a digital drawing, and it became the biggest post on my Instagram. Like people loved this guy. And it's so funny because this was like the least effort that I put into it. It was like my ugly art and people loved it. This is my house. It says, I drew my house, please don't dox me. But this isn't actually what my house looks like, so like you're gonna ever find me. For village, I had the idea of drawing like my actual neighborhood, the grocery store and the roads that I go down, but then I was scared that people would dox me. Instead, I drew the 100-acre woods. So you see Owl's house, the honey tree, rabbit hole, Pooh's house, piglets, Eeyore's. And all the references that I looked up for the 100-acre woods, they all use this navigation system of Pooh. So, interesting. This was for party. I was gonna draw like my husband and I's wedding, like our first dance. And then I was like, oh, I'll draw like our wedding cake. And then I decided to draw both. And I had started it. I actually like have a couple, like a B-roll of me drawing it. It was a lot of fun to draw, but I was too afraid to like commit and ink it and put color because it was already kind of like, I don't know, my face came out ugly. And then when my husband saw this, he's like, which one's me? But I really like the way our cake came out. I wish I had a picture of my cake just like this. The picture that I do have, like our dessert table was so overwhelming that you couldn't even tell what cake was the main one, so I won't even get into it. Radish, stay rad, self-explanatory. When I was trying to draw this one, I ran into, again, the problem where I felt like I didn't really know how to draw my husband and I, except in like a cartoony form. So then I tried more like my style, realistic. I tried going for like a chibi thing, but now looking back, it looks more like a caricature. Like I was kind of embarrassed by it, but I think it's actually really cute, especially this one. That's just us. This one, stone. So I was gonna draw a stone engraved into it that nothing is written in stone. But I ended up using this page to write out a script for what I was gonna say when calling back about that job interview that I had, so. I still wanna do this one. I had an idea of like drawing my backpack and like what's in my bag, and it was gonna be like really cute and like realistic and like what I actually bring. You see some tissues for your issues. It was a good idea. Grass, I was gonna draw a cow, so if you could just like, and then after that, so yeah, I guess I made it up to technically day 25, 24, 26. Great ideas for this one. For break, I was literally gonna just like take a break and not draw anything, and it was gonna be really funny like when I just posted like a blank page. For pearl, I was gonna try to draw the girl with the pearl earring. I still want to try to do that. It'd be kind of fun to like draw that in my style, but these will probably just become pages where something else completely different is on here, and then there's just like that random prompt. So I actually hated the paper in this notebook. I probably should have said that in the beginning, but if you can't tell, like look, markers go like right through it. Any kind of pen that I would use. I felt like it would get on the other side. It just wasn't good for color, so I used it for what it was meant for, which is sketching. That's pretty much it. Mowgli, do you want to say hi? Mowgli. Can you look at the camera? Can you say bye?